Okay, before we jump in today, just a quick but really important heads up. Everything we're discussing here is for educational and entertainment purposes. It's definitely not medical or legal advice. And remember, things like CBD, CBN, Delta 8, they can interact with medications. That's crucial. Always best to talk to your doctor or a healthcare professional first. And, these statements haven't been evaluated by the FDA. All BioWellnessX research and content are 100% human-crafted by our dedicated team. AI is used solely for video, visuals, and narration. One more thing, a disclosure. Our sources mention BioWellnessX. Just so you know, their products use 100% hemp-derived material, fully compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill's Delta 9 THC rules. Okay, done with the formality.
Welcome to Voices of BioWellnessX with Daniel and Sophie.
The deep dive where we explore the science behind wellness.
And today, we're talking to you, the learner.
Yeah.
You're looking to move past just, trying things out. You want the why.
Exactly. Why do flower and edibles feel so different? It's biology.
So our mission is to really unpack that biology. How you consume cannabis fundamentally changes the experience. We're talking intentional consumption.
It really boils down to the journey those cannabinoids take through your body. Think of it like this. Flower is the express elevator to the brain.
Okay.
Edibles, that's more like the scenic staircase. Same destination, totally different ride. Understanding that route is crucial for making smart choices.
Great analogy. So we'll cover onset times, how long effects last, the intensity, and that really unique transformation edibles go through metabolically.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with that express elevator. Smoking traditional flower or maybe vaping? How does that work biologically?
Right, so with inhalation, you're bypassing the digestive system entirely. The active compounds, THC, CBD, all those cannabinoids and terpenes, they get absorbed directly through the lining of your lungs.
Which have a huge surface area.
Massive. And it's packed with capillaries. So those compounds go straight into the bloodstream almost instantly.
So that means the effects come on really fast?
Super fast. We're typically talking anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes for onset. It's the quickest way to feel the effects.
But the trade-off is usually duration. It comes on fast, but it doesn't stick around as long.
Exactly. Generally, you're looking at effects lasting maybe 2 to 4 hours. It peaks relatively quickly and then fades.
Which actually is a benefit sometimes. If you need quick relief for something acute, you get that immediate feedback. You can control the dose much more easily.
That's the key advantage titration. You can take, say, 1 or 2 puffs, wait a few minutes, see how you feel, and adjust in real time.
You can stop right when you hit that sweet spot.
Precisely. That control is invaluable for managing sudden symptoms.
Now, let's touch on bioavailability. Even though it's fast, how much actually gets into your system?
Yeah, that's interesting. With inhalation, the bioavailability, the percentage of the THC that actually reaches your bloodstream is roughly 10 to 35%.
So not super high, but what gets in immediately.
Right. Some is lost in the process of smoking or vaping. But what's really cool about whole flower specifically is the terpene advantage.
Ah, the entourage effect. That's the idea that all the compounds work together, yeah.
Exactly. You've got THC, CBD, minor cannabinoids, and then these aromatic compounds called terpenes. They give strains their unique smells, piney, citrusy, earthy, but they also seem to interact with cannabinoids.
Modifying the effects, potentially.
That's a theory. They might influence whether an effect feels more uplifting or more relaxing. And you get that full spectrum with whole flower. Vaping might even be better for preserving those delicate terpenes compared to smoking.
Okay, so that's the fast route. Quick onset, shorter duration, good control, plus maybe those extra benefits from terpenes.
Now, let's switch gears completely. Edibles. This isn't just a different way in. It fundamentally changes the main compound itself. This is our scenic staircase.
Right. So when you eat a gummy or a capsule, it's not going straight to the bloodstream.
Not at all. First, it has to go through your digestive tract, survive stomach acid, get absorbed in the intestines, and then it goes to the liver. This is called first-pass metabolism.
The liver is like a processing plant. What happens there? This is the really crucial part for edibles, isn't it?
It absolutely is. This is the science nugget. Your liver enzymes take that Delta 9 THC, the main psychoactive compound in flower, and they convert it into something else.
Which is?
It's called 11-hydroxy-THC. And this molecule, this metabolite, is actually much better at crossing the blood-brain barrier.
Ah, so it gets into the brain more easily, more efficiently.
Much more efficiently. Think of Delta 9 THC needing a key, but 11-hydroxy-THC has master key and VIP access. It results in a much more intense and often different kind of psychoactive effect.
Which explains why people often describe edibles as feeling stronger, maybe more full body or sedating, even with what seems like a comparable dose of THC.
Exactly. It's not just more effect, it's often a different effect because of that 11-hydroxy-THC. And because of that whole digestive journey,
The timing is completely different.
totally inverted from flower, onset is delayed. You're looking at anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, sometimes even longer.
But that delay is where people get into trouble, right? Take some, wait an hour, feel nothing, take more.
Uh-huh. The classic mistake. And then it all hits you later, and because the duration is also much longer.
How long are we talking?
Typically 4 to 8 hours, but a larger dose. It could easily be 12 hours or more. It's a much longer lasting experience.
And bioavailability here is lower
Yeah.
overall because of that liver processing.
Yeah, ironically, even though the resulting compound is potent, the overall amount that makes it into circulation is lower, maybe around 4 to 20%. But what gets through has that potent, long-lasting effect thanks to the 11-hydroxy-THC. Patience is key.
Okay, so we have these two very distinct profiles. Flower, fast on, fast off, controllable edibles. Slow on, long-lasting, intense body effect. How do we use this knowledge? How does the listener match the method to their wellness goal?
It's all about matching that time course to the need. If you need immediate relief, say sudden discomfort pops up or a wave of nausea hits, you need that rapid onset.
So inhalation flower or vaping is the go-to for acute symptoms.
Absolutely. That ability to adjust the dose in near real time is critical for managing things that come on quickly.
But what about things that need sustained support, like managing chronic conditions throughout the day or trying to get a solid, uninterrupted night's sleep?
That's where edibles really shine. That long duration, that 4 to 8 hour window, is perfect for consistent, steady relief without having to constantly redose.
That makes sense. The 11-hydroxy-THC effect, being potentially more sedating too, could be really beneficial for sleep.
Potentially, yes. For sustained relief or sleep support, that long tail of edibles is often ideal. And if you need really precise, consistent dosing day after day,
Commercial edibles like gummies or capsules, or maybe even vape pens with measured doses, offer that consistency.
exactly, they take some of the guesswork out.
Now, if you're finding this deep dive helpful in making more informed choices about your wellness routine, we really encourage you to check out BioWellnessX.com. You can explore more guides, detailed product information, and really see how understanding this biology can optimize your journey. That's BioWellnessXX.com. Okay, before we get into individual differences, because we know not everyone reacts the same, what about other methods? We mentioned topicals and tinctures briefly.
Right, topicals, creams, salves, balms are interesting. They work locally on the skin and maybe the muscles underneath.
But they don't typically enter the bloodstream.
Generally, no, or at least not in significant amounts.
Uh-huh.
So you get targeted relief in a specific area, like a sore joint or muscle, without the systemic or intoxicating effects. Great for localized issues.
And tinctures, those liquids you put under your tongue.
Tinctures are kind of a hybrid. If you just swallow it, it acts like an edible, goes through the digestive system, liver metabolism, the whole thing.
Slower onset, longer duration.
Yep, but if you hold it under your tongue sublingually for, say, 60 to 90 seconds.
Some gets absorbed directly.
Exactly. Through the capillaries there, straight into the bloodstream, bypassing the liver initially. So the onset is faster than an edible, maybe 15 to 45 minutes, but slower than inhalation. It offers a nice middle ground.
Okay, this is crucial. We've laid out the science, flower versus edible metabolism, 11-hydroxy-THC. But we all know people who react totally differently. Why such huge variability?
Yeah, this is where it gets really personal, biologically speaking. A major factor is your individual liver enzyme activity, specifically a family of enzymes called CYP450.
These are the enzymes that metabolize lots of things, right? Not just cannabinoids.
Correct. And people have genetic variations in these enzymes. Some people are fast metabolizers. Their liver converts delta-9 to 11-hydroxy-THC very quickly and efficiently.
So they might feel edibles quite strongly, maybe even faster than average.
Potentially, yes. Or the peak might be more intense. Then you have slow metabolizers. Their enzymes work sluggishly on THC.
So for them, that conversion is slow, maybe incomplete. Is that why someone might take an edible and feel very little?
That's a very likely reason. The potent metabolite isn't being produced effectively, or it's happening too slowly to build up to a noticeable level. It's not necessarily tolerance, it could just be their innate metabolism.
Fascinating. What else causes variability?
Body composition plays a role. THC is lipophilic, it loves fat.
So it gets stored in body fat.
It can be, yes. In individuals with higher body fat percentages, cannabinoids might be stored and then released more slowly over time, which could affect the duration and predictability of the effects.
And what about just what you've eaten that day?
Absolutely. Taking an edible on an empty stomach usually leads to faster absorption compared to taking it after a big fatty meal, which can slow things down. It all adds layers of complexity.
Which makes the safety advice even more important, especially for someone new to this.
Paramount, especially with edibles. Because of that delayed onset and potency, the rule is always start low, go slow.
How low is low?
For edibles, a starting dose of 2.5 milligrams, maybe 5 milligrams max of THC is recommended. Wait at least 2 hours, maybe even longer, before even thinking about taking more.
You can always add, but you can't subtract.
Exactly. And for inhalation, it's similar logic. Start with just 1 or 2 small puffs, wait 10-15 minutes, and see how that affects you before deciding if you need more.
We also need to mention potency differences across products. Flour isn't the same as a concentrate.
Oh, definitely. Flour might be, say, 15-25% THC, but concentrates like oils, waxes, diamonds, those can be 70%, 80%, even over 90% THC.
So a tiny amount of concentrate delivers a huge dose compared to flour.
Massive difference. You have to adjust your intake dramatically if switching between product types. And standard safety applies. If you're on other medications, talk to your doctor. And never, ever drive or operate machinery after consuming. Allow at least 24 hours to be safe. Hashtag outro.
Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up, the science is clear. Flour and edibles are fundamentally different tools because they take different biological routes. Neither is better overall.
Right. Flour offers that fast, controllable effect, maybe with the bonus of the full terpene profile. Great for acute needs.
And edibles provide that long-lasting, intense, full-body experience driven by that potent 11-hydroxy-THC metabolite. Ideal for sustained needs like sleep or chronic conditions.
And the final thought to leave you with, connecting back to your journey as the learner. This is deeply personal. Your unique biology, your liver enzymes, your metabolism, the state of your own endocannabinoid system ultimately dictates which method works best for you and at what dose.
So it requires some careful, informed self-discovery.
Yes. Think of it as personal science. Controlled experimentation, starting low, documenting effects, understanding the why behind what you feel. That's how you minimize unwanted effects and really optimize for your wellness goals.
Excellent. And for more science-backed guides, information on all the cannabinoids we touched on, CBG, CBN, the deltas, and to really explore these biological pathways further, make sure you visit BioWellnessX.com.
Thanks for listening to Voices of BioWellnessX with Daniel and Sophie.